that perception is where it is now because I didn't do anything to deserve this. I'm the victim.
We are at a time where celebrity egos are more important than actually telling the truth. We have seen it with Candace Owens being sued by the lady man, Brigitte Macron. We've seen it now with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who just sue you at the drop of a hat just because you dared expose them. This is the reality of what people like me or many other YouTubers, like registered journalists, face every day: lawsuit, threats, shadow banning. And now we're going to get into Perez Hilton, who's been actually subpoenaed to reveal his sources. This is a sad state of affairs because now what they want to do is they want to go after the people who actually provide you information. Mr. Andrew Lowney, people are trying to take him down for exposing the truth. 4 years of his life and a lot of money spent. Let's not forget that Mr. Andrew Lowney spent $500,000, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in actually on another case trying to get to the bottom of things or just asking for freedom of information, for the most basic information that there is that should be available because these are public figures like Prince Andrew or the royal family. The same thing goes for Mr. Norman Baker, who was a former MP and a former member of the Privy Council to our beautiful, gorgeous late queen. So now we have Perez Hilton. And people say, why is that important? Because it's important for you, beautiful people, to see what people like Meghan Markle, because he's been attacked by people like Meghan Markle, people. I don't know. She has people. I'm sure she has a Sussex Squad. Anybody who dares attempt, oh, why are you doing this? They cover you. They go after you. They go after your channel. They talk to YouTube. They take you to court. And it's very expensive because people like me or Perez Hilton, we don't have loads of money. Paying for a lawyer is a lot. So let's find out what's really going on and why Blake Lively and even Meghan Markle want to take us to court, because it's insane. Is it because they want to censor us, or is it because they are just so narcissistic that they don't want to hear anything bad or the truth exposed about them? Please let me know.
I have full body chills right now.
Well, I am here with the one and only Mr. Perez Hilton, who I'm a big fan of. And you know that, guys. You know that. But how are you, Perez?
I'm here. I'm dealing with a lot right now. I've been making some headlines because of this situation with Blake Lively. She has subpoenaed me and just filed a very lengthy motion to compel. I am fighting that because I don't think it is legally sound. She is requesting my privileged information, my protected content and source material and sources, which the laws are on my side because I am a journalist. I am a reporter. I'm also a content creator. I'm also an entertainer. I'm all of these things, but there's a thing called reporter's privilege in the United States that protects me from having to hand this over. So I'm not being represented by a lawyer. I am doing it, as they say, pro se. I'm handling it myself. You want to know the truth? Because, well, first of all, I always say the truth. I'm doing this without an attorney because I don't want to spend thousands or possibly tens of thousands of dollars just responding to a subpoena. I did nothing wrong. And I'm not afraid. And I can handle this on my own. And thanks to my friend ChatGPT.
But isn't Friedman also used to be your lawyer or something like that? The one that was represented. He's really expensive. I don't think he comes cheap, does he?
He still is my lawyer, but he is not representing me with regards to this situation. Because I told him, I'm not going to pay for this. I'm not going to retain you for this. You're not going to help me with this. I can handle it on my own. And you don't even want to know how much it costs. I'll talk generally, a good lawyer in Los Angeles or New York, easily over $1,000 an hour.
No way.
Some of them charge a lot more than $1,000 an hour. Yeah. And imagine the hours it would take to draft up responses to all of this nonsense. tens of thousands of dollars. That's money that would go to my children. I'm not going to take money away from my kids to give it to fighting Blake Lively. No.
No. But that why is she doing this? Is she insane? Has she lost her?
I get it. You want to know? I understand why she's doing it. Sometimes when you've dug yourself a hole, instead of crawling out, you just dig deeper. And that's what she's done. She's so far gone. She's so in this that the only way out is through.
But she's not gonna get. The only way she's gonna get is go through to hell, because I mean, there is no way, or have the laws changed in regards to, because I have sources and I'm worried. Can they force you to give the sources up, or the laws change or anything? Are they different in New York, or I don't know?
Well, first of all, I don't believe you live in the United States, right?
No.
So you're protected. You don't fall under the jurisdiction of any of the courts here.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, is it possible? It is possible, but it's not likely. And Blake Lively knows that. I think she thought it would be easy to get this information from me, that I would just give her what she wants. And that has not been the case.
But I was going to say, like, but why you? I mean, you haven't been saying anything about her or anything like that. What, I mean, other than report on her behavior.
Well, not just me. She has gone on a full-fledged campaign and attack on creator journalists. She filed subpoena requests to get information from over 106 creator journalists. Like, do you really think there was an orchestrated smear campaign that involved over 100 people? And if that was true, do you really think they were going to orchestrate with me? It would be too easy to track down. Like, if there was a smear campaign, it would have had to be super sophisticated, I think, with, you know, a micro influencer, or not even an influencer, or whomever, or random commenters, or whomever. But going to me with the biggest mouth and a very public figure, I don't think would have been a smart move. But I wasn't part of any smear campaign. All of my opinions were my own, that I came to after paying super close attention to this drama since the beginning. A lot of creators only started following this case and covering it in December or January. I first started covering it all back in August of last year.
No, I saw that.
And I paid close attention, and I've read all of the filings, and I initially believed and supported Blake Lively after reading her CRD complaint and her lawsuit. But then after I read Justin Baldoni's lawsuit and his first amended complaint, I changed my mind and my opinion and my support, because I was able to decide for myself, oh no, I was duped. That's not what happened. I really believe this version of events is what truly transpired. It seemed to me and to many people that this was just a fishing expedition. You know, she doesn't have proof. She doesn't have receipts.
Is she doing that with all the content creators? I imagine it's the same thing.
She did, but she's already withdrawn a bunch of them. So, and she's trying to get them, but she's going about it in, I think, unethical ways.
Some content creators would feel that Ryan Reynolds, because is he still with WME?
He is, and he's the one with the money, okay? He's the one paying all these legal bills.
Yeah, I was going to say that because they have a machinery behind them.
He's an A-lister, and that protects her and it protects him, you know? That's why it all boils down to what happened on the set of the movie, and even before, during pre-production and post-production. She did so much that is just out of the norm. From taking control of the wardrobe, to taking control of the marketing, to literally stealing control of the edit of the film. An actor doesn't do that, but she thought she could get away with that because her husband has done similar things like that in the past. And he's so famous and rich and powerful and successful that that could protect her. But it ended up blowing up in her face.
Do you think that this started as something small and probably untrue, and it just escalated? And rather than saying, you know what, I'm sorry, I misread the room, their ego just couldn't allow, because we're talking about destroying the lives not only of Justin Baldoni but his entire family, his wife, his kids, and anything. I mean, the fact that she was so ruthless, and Ryan Reynolds, who have kids, because it's not only Baldoni that you're ending in a way, but also his circle of friends, his mom, his dad, his wife. It might affect even his wife's work, kids' relations. Oh, your dad is a perv.
I literally have said that in the past. I think she can't use that now, but I said a while ago, if Blake came forward and withdrew her lawsuit and released some kind of statement along the lines of, I was experiencing severe postpartum depression, I had just given birth recently, I think some people would give her grace, even if it was a lie, even if she just said that to make herself look better. But that ship has sailed, and I don't think she can use that card anymore, unfortunately. I do not believe it was a situation where she had romantic feelings for him. I really just think it was about control. She wanted control of this movie. She started getting control of the movie, and then she maneuvered to get more and more and more.
Do you think that she doesn't understand that the interviews she gave were tone deaf and that worked against her? Because for me, when I saw what she was doing, to me, it's like, why are you giving those answers? Shut up. Shut up. Somebody shut this woman up.
She is the victim in all of this, in her own mind. She is the victim. And she also thinks, people are seeing things out of context, or people don't get my sense of humor. I'm funny. I'm really funny. People don't understand my comedy. These are the things that I'm sure she is thinking of. And going back to that term astroturfing, she says, she probably believes that she's a victim, and this is all very unfair. It's so unfair that perception is where it is now because I didn't do anything to deserve this. I'm the victim.
That is next level narcissism, and this woman needs a good shrink. You ask me. No, I'm serious, because that is very damaging, even for you. It's causing you stress in many ways.
It is, yeah.
It's like
I think she has seen a shrink, but she withdrew her claims of infliction of emotional distress because she did not want to hand over any medical records, which is par for the course when you're making claims of those kinds.
Yes, of course.
So continued support from a psychiatrist or a therapist would probably be very good for her.
I think this woman needs Jesus in her life, or a very good exorcism. I'm serious. Go to a church, pray, or get a good exorcism, because I am, in many ways, it has taken off the mask from people. And Ryan Reynolds, unfortunately, Deadpool is a very, very popular movie, and a lot of people can't differentiate between the character and the person, so that he still has that going for him. But where are you going to go from here? Like, when do you have to hand that over? Have you heard back, or you've replied already thanks to ChatGPT?
Well, actually, I replied thanks to myself without ChatGPT. I used ChatGPT to help me draft the motion to quash, meaning my objections, plural, to her subpoena. But I've sent some very sassy letters over the last 24 hours because this has all just become a joke. It's a circus at this point. And she seems hyper-focused on this alleged smear campaign and has totally forgotten about the alleged sexual harassment or assault that she claims happened.
Shouldn't she be focusing on proving that this happened if she has that evidence? She doesn't need any of this, because just by proving that, he's gone and done. You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense. Yes, I agree. At this point, it's clear that it's not about sexual harassment or assault. It's about reputational damage, and she's sadsies and angry and wants revenge.
How long has the court to answer to you?
I think it should all happen within a matter of weeks or less.
Weeks?
Yeah, sometime in August. So soon-ish.
But that's a long time, isn't it?
I already filed my motion to quash last week. Blake Lively yesterday told the court in New York, which is not handling this motion of mine, that she will respond by the middle of August. So by sometime in the end of August, I would imagine my situation will most likely be resolved.
That's a long time. That really is a long time. That's very stressful.
But listen, I like to be honest, to remind everyone, I kind of love it also. Not kind of, I totally love it also. She's giving me a lot of content. So thank you, Blake Lively.
Thank you very much. I mean, and I learned a new term today, astroturf. I never heard of that. You learn a new thing every day on internet,
I feel like I've been through the first year of law school the past few months.
Oh my God, Perez, that is and all for an ego of a D-list, because I don't even think she's a B-list. She's not a very good actress. She just married somebody who was in a powerful position, who made a lot of money, and now she's flexing her muscle.
I can't disagree with any of that.
No, I'm just looking at it from the outside, because I've been kind of following this too. It's like, you can't say anything negative about me because I'm too wonderful. And if you do, it's your problem that you don't see how wonderful I am.
That's, it's pretty draining, because this has been taxing the court, the judge, resources of so many. The only real winners here are the lawyers, who are making millions off of this. But this all could have and should have probably been resolved quietly, privately, and it wasn't.
What a sad situation, and what a poor reflection of moral compass of this woman and her husband. And I think that the more they dig, the worse, the more they stir things, the worse they get, especially if it's bad things that they're stirring. Nobody comes out on top except Perez Hilton. So,
hey, hopefully. So far, so good.
Yes. Knock on wood. Thank you very much. I know you're in a tight thing. Thank you very much, Perez, for coming, sweetie. And I'm going to keep an eye on, of course, people are going to show up to your channel. And thank you very much for granting me this interview, sweetie.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye-bye, gorgeous.